Alright everybody, welcome back to UFC Strike. I wasn't really going to make another video this soon after the last one, but I've been poking around and I found a lot of information that I want to unload and relay over to you guys while it's still reasonably fresh in my mind. And I also wanted to clarify a bit on NFTs because I had a couple people message me. They just can't believe what the hell they're going for, and just the thoughts behind digital collectibles. Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna play this clip for you while I drink some Ciroc White Grape. Boom. Oh, that's good. All right. So that moment, when you think of NFTs, they're basically everything in the world that's unique and rare. And so when you look at a moment like that, there likely will never be an exact replica of that moment, ever. That will never happen again exactly like that, which is what makes it, unique and valuable. So by tokenizing that moment and adding it to a smart contract on the blockchain, you are essentially, writing the unique properties of that moment and establishing a genuine owner of that with basically a digital certificate of authenticity, as you would get with, say, a painting of Monet or something like similar of those lines, right? So then people can own those moments and trade them with others. So that I hope that kind of clarifies. I do have a not that one. These are three characteristics that basically describe your NFT. So number one is obviously it's unique. Deep inside a non-fungible token, metadata describes what makes this asset different from all of the rest. This is a permanent, unalterable record that describes what this NFT represents. Almost like a certificate of authenticity you get with a painting, like I said there. Number two is the rarity. Scarcity is an important ingredient in the recipe that makes NFTs so attractive. While developers do have the freedom to create an infinite supply of certain assets, they also have the power to limit the number of rare desirable items in existence. So even if they make a bunch of the same NFT, they're never going to be the same because they exist separately on the blockchain through serial numbers, if you will. And normally, like with NBA Top Shot, the lower the serial number, the more valuable the card is. So even though the moments or cards or art or music or whatever are identical, they never actually are. Indivisible. So this is like Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency is divisible because you can buy parts of that coin. If you can't afford a whole Bitcoin, I own like 0.00174682 of a Bitcoin. Okay, you can't do that with NFTs. You can't give your friend a little piece of your concert ticket and expect that the security guards are going to let you both into that event. All right, neither of you are going to be allowed in because you don't have that complete ticket. NFTs work much in the same way. So I hope that clarifies a little bit on the NFT section of what we're getting into here. All right, moving along. The second thing that I wanted to show you was my Patreon site. So I've signed up on Patreon. Maybe I should shoot again. The goal here is to get my YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers as quick as we can. 1,000 is the magic number. That's when I can do live streams. I can stream the pack drops, fight nights, Q&As with professionals about your trading cards, and obviously monetize the channel so that I can help pay for all this shit. So I will be offering draws on sick memorabilia. Like, I'm not going to cheap out on it for people who are members of my Patreon. And the first one that I've bought is a Conor McGregor signed glove. So I bought this right from the UFC store, so it's officially licensed by the UFC. It's got the individually numbered evident hologram on it. As you can see here, it's $500 US, and it's just the one glove. Now, this wasn't actually worn by him in a fight, but he's personally autographed this. So this is the first item I'm going to put up for bid once we hit 1,000 subscribers and 50 Patreons. Now, when you look at how the Patreons works, I've divvied up the tiers into weight classes. So it starts at straw weight and ends, I guess you don't see them all. There's 10 levels. So it goes all the way up. Starts at straw weight for $4 a month, all the way up to champ, maximum clout. You get everything. So these are some of the events. You get entered into the draw more, one extra entry for what tier you're in. You get all this. I'll let you check the site. I'll put the description in the link. And yeah, 10 times draw entry for this. Also in the Discord channel, whichever tier you're in, you'll get a role in that respective channel in Discord just to show the clout. And so remember, there's only going to be 50 patrons. So you're going to have, I guess I can't say 1 in 50 because you do get extra draws for whichever tier you're in. So however bad you want that glove is what tier you're going to enter. And you don't have to stay a patron. You don't have to pay me every month. This isn't about money. But this is just to get this off the ground, get all the information to you guys. So join for a month, quit. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I'm not going to force you to do anything. So become a patron, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get on our way to getting rid of that glove and getting some more cool shit to give you guys. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to move on to is this podcast that I found from September 30th, 2020. So this is a little while ago. They've obviously had UFC planned for a while now, but I just want to actually play this quick clip for you guys to listen to because it gives a little insight into what's going to be going on with this platform. So
the UFC project that we're working on, we've looked at actually building like an actual live wrestling game, like an actual fighting game where you go in and again you're using NFTs, but potentially other fungible assets are on chain as well in order to sort of train and set up your fighter or your group of fighters. It's pretty early, some pretty early ideas there.
All right, so that's interesting. So in addition to having fighters and moments, they're thinking about having tangible items, kind of like an online video game. Where you can equip moves that are like in the actual UFC game. They have moves that are 2-star up to 5-star, and they're more powerful, harder to learn. Also gear, but the same type of gear that anyone can buy. So they're not NFTs. They're not unique. You can just deck your guy out the same way, using the same items as other people can. But this is interesting because this will completely customize your NFTs. So not only are they NFTs unique in a sense of their NFTs themselves, but then you can deck them out completely different, and then you can actually engage in combat with other fighters with their NFTs. So that will probably enable us to create our own ranking systems, our own meta world statistics. You know what I mean? You'll be battling your fighters against other fighters and tracking your wins and losses. We'll have our own digital UFC with these things. And obviously if you amount a great record, then your NFT is worth more on the marketplace. So you can build up your value. UFC is very unique in this sense. It's not like all the other sports where, I don't know, take basketball. I don't know a lot about basketball. I don't know how much they play. It's probably a couple times a week. But you got to think, when you get a fighter, like this fighter's only fighting, 3 times a year tops. Like maybe more if you're cowboy. But between 1 and 3 times you're fighting. We'll average it at 2. So we have 2 fights a year as compared to a whole season of basketball or soccer or whatever. So those moments in sports, they're pretty stable. The card isn't going to fluctuate all that much. But I think with the UFC NFT market, we're going to see a hell of a lot more volatility in that market because the fights just mean so much with the value. Like it's going to take, gambling in a sense to another level. You can gamble with your NFTs. Let's just make an example. Say you're Israel Adesanya fan. Okay, you have his card. You pull his card. This is a great card. Okay, it's worth a lot of money. This is before the Blankovic fight. He's undefeated. He's at the top of his game. He's the light or the middleweight champ, and his stock value's at an all-time high. Now he's going up to light heavyweight to fight Blankovic. Now, if you're a Stylebender fan and you think he's going to beat Blankovic, then you're going to hang on to that card because you know it's going to be worth more after that fight. But if you hold that card and you think Blankovic is going to beat him, then you know at the build-up of that fight, you're going to put that card on the marketplace because you think Blankovic is going to beat him. And then the vultures who are diehard Stylebender fans, they're going to pick up that card because they think he's going to win and the value is going to go up even more after that win. So it's essentially gambling with your NFTs. And I think this is going to be way more prevalent in the UFC space of NFTs than pretty much anything else. So I think that that's definitely an interesting aspect. And now that we can customize our own, that'll separate the pools too, because you'll have the real world value of your cards and the pretend value of your cards. So I don't know how they're going to intertwine those two things, but it's interesting. We're just going to have to wait and see. And when I say wait and see, I did dig deep into some private messaging here, and I found this by the president of Dapper Labs. And if you look near the bottom here, this kind of confirms what I said before about NBA Top Shot collectors, you know, having priority and first dibs on UFC flow. This is what the president himself has said. You should. So, you know, it's still speculation at this point, but I mean, it doesn't hurt. You can get into NBA Top Shot, buy one pack. I mean, maybe you don't even have to buy a pack, but just buy a pack. It's fun as hell. There's a drop today, actually, and I'm in line, but I'm not gonna get it. See, this is how it works here. I got 51,000 users ahead of me and only under 150 packs remain. So, you know, 51,000 people screw up on their payments, I'll get a pack. Not gonna happen. But anyways, get in there. It's fun. It's fun opening up your moments. All right. But yeah, that just confirms that you'll get dibs on the UFC flow. And it says here that the goal is by the end of the year to launch UFC, because their priority is NBA Top Shots. They've been having a lot of problems with their drops. They're up to, like, today there's 300,000 people in the line. It's actually ran really smooth today. But, you know, they're closing the marketplace down as they do it to account for traffic. They're battling bots. Bots come in, they buy, and then they list to the marketplace immediately. So they're fighting that. And, you know, I respect that. You got to get your software down packed because UFC is going to bring in a lot of people. So end of the year, I mean, that sucks. I know we're all looking forward to having it a little sooner than that. But as long as it comes out and, it can go off without a hitch, we can get in there and get our cards. So that gives you an idea of the timeline. He stated this on the 14th, so that was just a week ago. So this is up-to-date, accurate information on a timeline on a drop for UFC Strike. Still don't know if it's called Strike, but, you heard it here first. Okay, moving on. I just wanted to touch on this article also. This came out about a week ago, a little bit before that message we just saw, and this is just Dana flexing, man. Talking about how his fighters at the level of the NBA, NFL, MLB, like, it's hard for him to say that because he don't really pay his fighters jack shit compared to professional sports players. But overall, the company as a corporation, man, I think they're worth $10 billion right now. So yeah, they're doing okay, and their fan base is huge. So as you can see here, 2020 blew past all their financial records, making a deal with DraftKings. I'm not going to dwell too deep into this. I want to keep the video reasonably short, but this goes to show you, like, Dana's not fucking around with UFC. He is all in, making this grow. It's on ESPN now. It's a sport. This is officially a sport. You know, we're going to be in the Olympics. So all of these digital cards, I mean, they're going to compete with the sports cars and with our sports cards and sports cars and digital music and art and all of that shit. We're right in there. We're right involved. So get in first, man. Get in with me. Trade some cards. You know, we're gonna. I want you to join my Discord too, so that we're all in there. We're talking together. We're trading cards. We're trying to get complete sets. You know, trade move for move. I mean, we need to come together as a community and get the edge on people. So join the Discord, UFC Strike. Join the Patreon. There's Facebook page. I'll throw all the links down there. Subscribe here. Hit the bell. Let's do this together, guys. Okay. The next thing I wanted to get into quick here is I saw this article of UFC strawweight champion Rose Namajunas. Fuck it. She is going to have her name carved into the Lympo Athlete NFT pool. Now, I don't understand how this is happening when UFC has signed with Flow. I mean, it's a different world in the cryptocurrency. You can just, it seems like you can sign with more people. So it's a little concerning that Flow has delayed UFC to the end of the year, because you know all these other blockchains are going to be jumping on board. People are signing shit left, right, and center for NFTs. So it looks like Lympo hopped on and grabbed Rose. And this is the picture. You know, we love Rose. Rose is a goddess. You know, she's the most genuine fighter you'll ever come across. Like, but you know what? Let's just have a little look into Lympo. I've never really heard of Lympo. So it looks like they got a bunch of tokens. So they just have sporting NFTs in general. So maybe it's separate contracts, not with the whole establishment. I think they're ran on the Ethereum blockchain, which, you know, it's going to work against them. That's the problem with a lot of the NFTs are on the Ethereum market. And the gas fees are ridiculously high. For those that don't know, gas fees are like your transaction fees. So to sell something on using ETH, it's anywhere from $10 to like $80 for a transaction. So, I mean, you should limit that to your really high value items. You can't go into the market and be a day trader using ETH. Like, it's just, that's why I invested in Cardano, because it's like Ethereum, but it's don't have fees like that, let me tell you. All right, well, let's look at Lympo on the coin market cap. This is where you go when you want to see how a blockchain's doing. Okay, so they're down a little bit. Oh, geez. They've been around since 2018. They came in with a big entrance, and then looks like they've just shit the bed for a couple of years. And you know why they're going up right now, right? Come on, guys, I've been telling you. They've got into NFTs. They've entered the NFT space here, and now they are rising. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you again. All right. Let's check out the NFTs here. Oh, every time I go here, it's red. I swear, before all these videos, this shit. Okay, let me put it into more perspective for you. This is just 24 hours, and this is 7 days. So yeah, this looks ugly as an NFT project. What happens when we go into Chile? Let's just check what happens on the all-time market. Oh, boom. And this is just from January, March. This is literally the last, let's go 3 months. Right here, beginning of March. Right around the time this NFT shit kicked off. So, I mean, when you look at that jump, yeah, it's came down, but it's up. Like, look at this trend line, right? Puts it into a little bit of perspective. Okay, go to the next one. Engine Coin. I'm invested in Engine Coin. It's made me $1,000 in the last 3 weeks. See how it was down there? Look at this. Boom. Around the same time. Massive jump. All right? I mean, the moon's over here. We're on our way there. I'm on. You guys should invest in Engine Coin. They're all like this. I don't have to go through them all. Go down to Decentraland. That's virtual property. Don't go in Decentraland. Go into Earth 2. I'm heavily invested in Earth 2. I got over 10 grand in it. Earth 2 is the matrix. All right? If you guys want me to do a video on Earth 2, because I've been in it since, I wouldn't say day one. I'm about a month behind, but it's a phenomenal fucking project. Believe me. Let me know if you want me to tell you a little bit about Earth 2. But this is just virtual property in general. Look at that, right around the same time. Huge gains. These are all just the NFTs. Okay? Not all cryptocurrencies are doing this, but all NFTs are. And then here we are, Flow. We didn't have that jump, but you gotta realize that Flow only started in February. Okay, so this was actually after Top Shots. Or right around. This is actually what Top Shot is built upon. So it started here. That's why it started at $8. A lot of coins come in at far less than $1. So that's why this looks a little more stable, because it didn't start down here and jump up. They began this blockchain with Flow. So, and again, invest in Flow. I'm not sure how you do it. It's really hard if you're American or Canadian in North America. You can't. You can get on Kraken. I haven't looked into it. I'm probably going to try that today and try to buy some Flow, but that's also why it hasn't skyrocketed, is because you can't buy that in North America unless you go under a VPN, and then you're not abiding by the country restrictions. So, you know, it's a little bit sketchy. But once it goes on Coinbase and Binance, and UFC is released, and also they're releasing, I don't know if it's Formula F1 or street bikes or something. There's something else that's coming up right away. This shit's going up. If you can find a way, or you know how to purchase Flow in North America, let me know in the comment section, because I'm down for that right away. I'll do that right now. Okay, enough about that. Let's check out CryptoSlam. It's always good to go to CryptoSlam to see how Flow Chain mashes up with the rest of the NFTs. And you know, here we are again. 24 hours. There's a drop literally happening right now. Oh, I closed that page. I guess I gave up on my drop. Still, it's gonna hit 8 million in the last 24 hours. CryptoPunks, the thing about CryptoPunks, if you go over here, they're expensive. So on this side of the chart, it's always going to be CryptoPunk, because they're selling. I have that card. I'll look into that later. I have a Steph Curry card. Oh, that's exciting. Holy fuck, I might have to have another drink. Becoming an alcoholic on this channel. Comment what kind of shot you want me to take on the next stream, guys. Come on. All right. Back to all time, though. I mean, we're $500 million we're getting to. Probably get $500 million, if not on this drop, the next drop. The crazy thing about this is I'm telling you that these NFTs are going up. just lately. So if you look at all time, we got 4.5 million. So let's look at the last 7 days. 50 million. So that's scaling perfectly. Look at, we have 316,000 owners selling NBA Top Shot. And that's accurate because there was over 300,000 in the lineup just today. And here's CryptoKitties still holding strong. Man, I seen a CryptoKitty sell for over 200,000 the other day. I mentioned CryptoKitties in the last stream. Fuck, they were around in 2018, I think. And now that they've developed Flow Blockchain, they're gonna bring CryptoKitties over to there. It's kind of neat. The little Tamagotchi pets, they have certain genetics built inside them, and if you breed two certain ones and you have that stream of genetics, you can have offspring that have these special abilities, and those are the CryptoKitties that are selling for a lot. When you have special abilities, it's wild what they're doing, and especially what people are paying. But that's another thing. So Rare, that's also, I've got my roommate into So Rare because he's a soccer nut, or football, sorry, all the people in Europe. But that's the most popular sport in the world. And what's funny is, look at this, 11,000, just under 12,000 on that sport. That's going to blow. One thing to look at about So Rare is we got all-time sales, 26 million. Let's look at the last 30 days. 17 million. So 3/4 of their sales have came in the last month. You know what that means? So Rare is about to blow. I know this is UFC Strike, but if you're interested in diversifying your portfolio, which you should, not just with NFTs, but in general, get some DeFi, get into the crypto game a little bit. I'm not going to change this channel that because I don't know enough. But get into So Rare, get into NBA Top Shot, you know, look at the Flow Blockchain and whatever that other one coming out, Formula One, whatever you can get in at the start, do that, because all the early investors are cleaning up and making life-changing money. Anyways, I think I've blabbed on enough. I think I lost my place in the Top Shot line. Not that I was going to get a pack anyway, but, you know, on my way out, I'll just show you. This is what happens when a pack drops on NBA Top Shot. So this one has 5 moments at $14, and this will show up when the pack drop's actually happening and it's not sold out. So you click on that. Over here will show you what's left. Like, there's 7 packs left. So if I were to join the drop now, you have to join before the queue, before the waiting. You have to go in the waiting room. See, now I've got there's still 51,000 people in there hoping to get a pack. If they queue you in line less than how many packs are available, then you wait. And once this blue bar fills up, then you get to pay for your pack and open it. And it's intense. Music happens and you see your shot. You can't check its value right away because right now they shut down the marketplace when drops are happening. So yeah, you can't check the value right away. You got to sit on it. But obviously you're looking for lower serial numbers. And if you're into basketball, which I'm not, I used to be back in the Bulls days, I wish they would go back and do older moments. You know what? They're cleaning up with packs. I don't see why they won't do that. This is all just current. I think it's only this year. I haven't seen any old moments. And especially with UFC, they have to start at the beginning. Please, Dapper, start at the beginning with your UFC. All right? Everything happening now is cool too, but we want all the moments. We want all the fighters, all retired fighters. We want their moves and their clothing. Give us everything, all right? You'll make more money. It's all about more money, just like with basketball. Go back in time. Go to the 90s Bulls. People will buy that shit. People will buy anything you do in NFT market right now. All right? So I was going to go in and show you the marketplace, but this video is getting a bit long. So I'll leave you guys with that. All the links are in the description. Follow that Patreon. Get me some subscribers, and we'll start streaming these packs as soon as they come out. All right, guys. Peace.